'Twas the night before Christmas. Your house was as silent as a mouse. Throughout the neighborhood, Christmas lights and bows of a holly radiated with pride, giving life to an otherwise quiet street on such an important night. Yes, everyone was fast asleep, waiting for Christmas Eve, hoping to drift off quickly so that in the morning they could open their presents with ecstatic and rapid glee. The children would be dreaming of getting the presents they have wanted and begged for their parents to get, while some happily obliged, others couldn't afford to get them it. Some poor parents would have to comfort their children during Christmas morning, when their children would cry and fret for not being able to get their desired Christmas gift. However, some would tell their children that the jolly old Saint Nick would bring them all the presents that they desired, as long as they so conveniently behaved. And there were some that would use good old Saint Nick as a scapegoat and have the gall to lie to their children that Saint Nick couldn't get them their presents. How hard is it to just say the truth to them and say flat out that they themselves just couldn't afford or get the present? But besides this cruel possibility, this Christmas would be jolly and wonderful for everyone involved, all except you, who is alone and awake in your own house, lying down in your bed. Oh my, this is the 80th house that hasn't had any milk or cookies. Seeing those delicious cookies with a nice glass of milk always got me ultra motivated to deliver these gifts as quickly as a speeding bullet. Oh, especially the chocolate chip cookies. I mean, cookies are cookies, but you can't really beat the classic chocolate and chip flavor. I miss those times where many people believed in me and people truly had holiday spirit. Too many people are all tied up in their anxiety and forget that Christmas is a perfect opportunity to reach out to others and help each other pass the time. Well, I best get to putting these presents at... Wait, where's the Christmas tree? And the stockings? There isn't even a hint of festive spirit in this house. Where's the decorations or the Christmas tree? And the person living here? My magic is telling me that they've been living an honest lifestyle this year, but they haven't been taking care of themselves. My magic makes me silent as a mouse, which really does help not wake the people up. I hope he's still fast asleep. I can take my time to think of a considerate gift to leave him. This lack of happiness I feel emanating from this house is something of concern. A letter of positive affirmations would also be nice for them to see. I think that Otto will... Wait, that can't be. I swear, I used a silence spell to make myself quieter. Oh shoot, they must have gotten up to get a glass of water. Oh, what present do I leave behind? I have to hurry up and get out of here. Ow! Wait, stop. Ow, that hurts. Calm down. I can explain. Cut it out. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, I do not want to imagine the damage you would have done to an actual burglar. You are very lucky that I am capable of taking those hits, you know. It would have been a permanent stain on your reputation if you wiped the good old Saint Nick from the face of this earth. You know how many kids' hearts would have been broken if you did that? Oh, it's sore. What? Can't you tell by the... Oh, I do suppose you can't see in the dark. Do you have a fireplace by any chance? No? Then I suppose my trusty old lantern will do. Please, don't struggle. I mean no harm at all. Let me light my lantern. That's much better. Okay, look, I'm going to remove my hand from your mouth, and I need you to promise me that you will remain calm and that you will not scream like a banshee once I remove my hand. I am not here to cause you harm, and I understand why you would attack me. Although that doesn't mean it didn't feel like I was being pelted by a bunch of stones. Good to see that we're in some sort of agreement. Okay, so see the clothing in the big old sack bag behind my bag? Well, if it isn't obvious, I am the jolly old Saint Nick. You know, Santa Claus, the guy that gives every person with a decent moral compass presents. First of all, that was very rude of you to call me crazy. I am not crazy. And second of all, this is totally not breaking and entering. I'm tired of seeing that joke circulate around the world. Sure, I'm gaining access to your house with unconventional means, and I am a complete stranger entering private property without your permission. But that's besides the point. I am not mentally unstable, and I am not a burglar either. I am the real bona fide Santa Claus. Of course I am real. Oh no, you're not one of those Santa deniers, are you? Because if you are, then how can you explain the sight before you, huh? Santa is a jolly and happy old chubby man. And look what's before you. A chubby, old, jolly man. Checkmate, Santa denier. What? What do you mean by... Wait. I do look chubby and old to you, right? And I have a beard, right? I sound old to you, right? This can't be possible. Only the reindeers, the elves, and my dear sweet Miss Claus can only see what I really look like. You're definitely human, so you should be seeing me as that, unless... Fine, if the clothes and big old bag behind my back doesn't convince you, then let my magic do the talking. Let me show you the wonders and convenience of having a magical bag that has an infinite amount of space, eh? Here is a toy car, a nice, large, heart-shaped pillow, a 100-pound dumbbell. Okay, back into the bag you go. And this little game thing called a Switch that haven't really seen, at least, well, in my times. And it even has this nice little cute detachable controllers. See, I'm the real Santa Claus. And I know what you are thinking. This has to all be a dream, right? But as you can see and feel, yeah, I'm touching your face. I am very much real. Oh, and the bag thing? Well, I can pull out whatever object I placed in there simply by thinking of what I want to pull out. Isn't that convenient? But enough of that. I'm sure you are confused, and I am as well. But I believe that talking while standing is hardly comfortable. That couch over there looks comfortable. Let's sit over there, So, now that I finally got you to calm down, I need you to confirm a little something for me, okay? Are you sure that I'm not a chubby, jolly, bright-nosed old man to you? You could just be seeing stuff wrong with the lack of sleep. And yeah, it's that obvious, I'm afraid. Seems like you're one of those people that like to fiddle around with their phone when they just can't fall asleep, huh? That's no good. If you can't sleep, it's better to count sheep, as old-fashioned as it may seem. I heard that the light from the phone has an effect on the brain that makes you wide awake, so diddling around with it won't benefit you. But enough of that. As strange as this may sound, I want you to touch my stomach. What? No, I'm a married man, and I would never even fathom the idea of doing anything like that. I want to test something. If you really can't see my true form, then when you touch my stomach, you shouldn't feel any flab, and I should feel no resistance. Go on, touch my stomach, and do it slowly, okay? I'm still a bit sore from that beating you gave me earlier with that bat. Okay, that's enough. Getting a bit handsy right there, aren't you? But I really can't believe it. This has never happened ever in my whole existence. Uh, I thought I told you that you can stop touching me. This is getting awkward. Well, I don't know how you are an exemption from the effects of the world's consensus perception of me. You don't know what that means. Well, let me tell you something interesting about myself and other famous legends. But I hate to admit it, but I've been caught a couple times throughout my existence while delivering presents. Mostly by some restless kids. Of course, I just send them off back to their bedrooms as I convince them that they are just dreaming. But sorry for abruptly getting off topic. So, you know how people collectively come to an agreement about the nature of something? Like how we all can agree that 1 + 1 is 2, or how the Earth rotates around the sun. Well, the same can be said for me. The majority of the world agrees that I am a jolly old man with a snow-white beard and a bright, nice nose. Hence why, if you were like everybody else, you would have seen a jolly old man with a plump belly. Good to know that you and I are on the same page. You are very lucky that you ran into me and not my brother Krampus. Despite how the world views him and great stories about him, he isn't really a bad person. He just is a bit grumpy and short-tempered at times. Yeah, I know. Hard to believe that Krampus is my brother, right? But enough about me and him. I wanted to ask you about the lack of decorations. I don't want to sound rude, but the feelings around this house are quite dim and lonely. I understand not bothering to put decorations as it can be a hassle, but I can sense that this year hasn't been the greatest for you. If you don't mind sharing what seems to be troubling you, good friend. And listen to me carefully when I say this. You don't have to share anything that you are not comfortable with sharing, okay? Hmm, I see. Oh my, how horrible. Thank you for placing your trust in me. I understand that perhaps you may have your doubts about me being the real deal, which I hope you don't, because I just showed you a bunch of magic. If you aren't convinced, then I don't know what will convince you. But I know this may feel awkward to basically vent out your frustrations to a complete stranger, but I assure you that not a single soul will hear what you say to me once I leave this house. Hmm? Well, of course, I have to leave eventually. There are millions upon millions of children around the world waiting to have their presents delivered. Sure, the workload for me isn't as big as it used to be thanks to considerate parents who decide to buy the presents for them, but I'm Santa Claus and, well, I gotta do my job. Now, I don't want to sound presumptuous, but in addition to all of those problems that you've vented out on me, it seems that you're a bit lonely. Like, you're carrying all the problems you have on your own without any help. Oh, dear friend, you have nothing to be embarrassed of. Humans are social creatures. We need love and attention to survive, no matter how much someone may deny it. How about this? How about I stay for a bit and help you go back to sleep, eh? What? Why am I being so nice? Well, because I'm Santa Claus, silly. As long as the people view me as an embodiment of joy and care, that's how I will be for the rest of my existence. It sounds like you're confused a bit. What do I mean by my existence? Well, I'm not really human. Well, not in the sense that you know. I have the appearance of a human, but I'm really just a bunch of concepts combined. Think about it like this. Back in the days of old, humankind would explain things by personifying them. Like take, the gods from mythology. People couldn't quite explain what lightning was back then, so they assigned a god to it to explain how and why it happened. Zeus, over time, was then seen as the ruler of gods and had many stories of being quite a unique individual and a naughty rabbit, if you catch my drift. Yeah, it looks like you're catching on. People tend to assign human traits or personify concepts that they are foreign to. Well, at least in the past, anyway. Nowadays, you humans are so determined to learn about the universe and find an explanation for everything. Not a bad thing, mind you. I still exist because humans have grown attached to me and I have become a part of the concept of Christmas. So I won't be going anywhere for a long time until the concept of Christmas is forgotten by everyone. Which, with all those Black Fridays and sales, I doubt Christmas is going anywhere for a very long time. I think that's enough chatting. I know. Come rest your head in my lap, What's the problem with that? I did say I would provide company until you fell asleep. Yes, I am married. But that doesn't mean I can't show affection towards others. Miss Claus sometimes has to console elves that are too stressed out or worried that they didn't make the toy good enough for the child. Which is honestly not true. They always will be good at what they do. In my eyes, they will be good at what they do. Because, well, they put a lot of love and effort into it, and I think in the end, that's what really matters. But everyone needs a bit of affection, so come. Come on, put your head on my lap. There we go. Now, I know this year wasn't the best year for you, and you probably don't want to hear the classic, the next year will be better line, but I want you to know that only you can choose to be happy. While it may seem that everything is dark and bleak, you should stop and appreciate the smaller things in life. Hmm? Well, from how you act, I can guess that you like to put others before yourself, which is absolutely pure. Not many people are out there that put others before themselves, but listen to me, it's important to know how to take a break. Look at what's stressing you out and address it. You don't have to tackle the whole problem all at once. You can chip away at it any way you can, but don't ever run away from your problems, or they will only grow and pile on. I don't know if what you want is a true friend or maybe a special somebody to cherish and love, but I want you to know that there are many other people out there that are going through the same thing you are. I I truly find it lovely that humans can find an inspiration when witnessing others go through the same troubles that they are going through. You know? Oh, you look like you are about to go to sleep. Never mind that, you're literally at the brink of sleep. I have an idea to help speed up that process for you. I always seem to fall asleep when the conditions are met. Let me just try and remember. Ah, now I remember. Think of anything that gives you a feeling of warmth and concentrate on it. As you concentrate on that feeling, think about more happy times and feed it to the warmth. Imagine a fireplace, a fireplace of good memories and times. If you can't think of any good memories, think about anything that soothes you and focus until you feel that warmth. Good. You can feel it, can't you? Good. Good. Very good. That feeling of warmth, keep a good hold on it. Don't think or worry yourself about the future. For now, I'm your company for tonight. It looks like you still got something on your mind. Got something to say? Oh my. That's... Well, if it helps you, you can call me whatever you want. No need to feel embarrassed. Look at yourself, you got all riled up again. Say, you wouldn't mind if I checked my list to see what houses I delivered presents to, right? It might even help you relax. You have no idea how many times I have had my head slammed down on my work desk from falling asleep to the sound of my own fireplace and pen writing. It's funny, really. Well, I see. Well, don't mind me. I'll be as quiet as I can be until you fall asleep. Now, let me double check my delivery route here. it seems that it worked. I truly hope that you have a happy